Are making way for me. I'm coming home, sweet home. I see your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here. Open wide, feel your heart and it's glowing. I'm welcome home, sweet home.
One massive pet peeve I have is when these amps are reassembled, is to see the faceplate not correctly lined up with the speaker baffle. It's not always possible because of deflection caused by trauma in the past with this faceplate, or with some of the latter classic series Fender amps that have the particle board baffles that are held in by Velcro. It's not always completely stable, so you'll get like a bit of an uneven margin there along the front panel. And that makes me nuts. So at least with the blackface era amps, I do have some control over that. Let's see what's up. I actually don't need my scope. Let's see, I may use this guy today. Yeah, let me power these guys down. Save the CRTs. I like it. I do. All right. So let's power her up. And then I'll take you through the front control panel, and you could observe the new, incredibly non-existent noise floor as I set up my signal generator. And I'll probably just run the guitar through it for a few seconds for you. I've already done this off camera, but I'm no longer the player that I once was. Not a pity party thing here. I just can't do it. This is my fingers range of motion on my fret hand. You can see how swollen it is. Completely severed the extensor, the central slip, and then partially severed the lateral band on the side right here. And had a good repair done, but I need to get back into occupational therapy. So she's off a standby, fully warmed up. Have your foot switch here. Let's get the volume up. That's on 10, treble. Now there's no more noise in these potentiometers. Put everything on 10 for you. Bass, reverb, even got the buzz out of your reverb circuit. Speed and intensity. All right. You can hear that microphonic 12AX7 on the V2 position. So if you have a tube at home, you save some money. And there's also a microphonic one over there in the V1 position. So no noise. This is one of the quietest deluxe reverbs of any vintage that I've ever worked on. So let's get everything on the Magic 6 combination. So I used a smaller capacity cathode bypass cap in your oscillator circuit, which is going to give you almost instantaneous feedback from your control adjustments. It's a beautiful thing. So get her up there. Your foot switch is fully functional, which is beautiful. So you're going to hear a little bit of noise here. Here we go. That rattling noise is your microphonic tube. The bass up. And it's also my gear in the back. All right. See, it's instant. Doing? We're sweeping from 10 hertz all the way to 1 kilohertz. You don't even hear half of the sweep because it's subsonic, but I tell you who's hearing it, your filter caps. This is very taxing. It's forcing them to try to reproduce those low notes. Constant refilling and keeping them charged, making your power amp sweat. And we do that for about 3 hours. No failures. Now, this is running a 1.5 volt sine wave through the front end of your amp. You're only going to run half of a volt. So what I try to do is I try to induce failure here. The conditions that this amp is going to face in this shop, on this bench, are going to be 100 times more grueling than anything you can throw at it on stage. So, if it's going to fail, I want it to fail here. I don't want it to fail out there in the real world. So she's going to be punished. But what a beautiful amp. And I'm incredibly proud of how she came out. Let's see if I can plug a guitar in and make some kind of sound for you. Bye. All right, noisy single coily Strat. So I find that the speaker here, I didn't pull the codes off of it. I find it has a very round top end. All right, here's a final cut. Squeaky chair and all. So, if you have a 12AT7 and two 12AX7s at home, let me know, and I'll just yank these new ones out. Your original tubes are kaput. Completely holding this amp back. Here's how she is now. Just rewind and compare it to the sounds this thing was making just a few moments ago. At the end, I'll show you, this is not going to be long, but check it out. Pickup hum, change positions. Just roll the volume back. I think this is going to really clip the shit out of the microphone. Let me just throw it on a humbucker and crank it up. And for you Deluxe Reverb noobs who think you need a Marshall, it was an absolute honor to work on this amp, and one hell of a good time. And I appreciate you entrusting it with me. And I'll give you a jingle. Bye.